Ain't no Red Bull, ain't no Celsius today. We got ourselves Marketplace 6 liter. So, I can't take up a Marketplace deal. I mean, come on. Good deal. Um, Running and driving when pulled, truck rotted out. I think it's like 178,000 miles on it. So, again, perfect junkyard candidate. Nothing wrong with the motor that's in my truck currently, but there could be something wrong in the future. And who doesn't love a 6 liter and a big turbo? So, I mean, come on now. Already torn apart. Little surface rust in the cylinders, but I sprayed some WD-40 on them, scraped them up a little bit. It'll be just dandy. Came with some 317s, not ideal heads, but low compression with 317s, so more boost, a little bit safer. I don't plan to run pump gas. I plan to run E85, but if you ever get a bad batch of E85 or a bad batch of pump gas, it's just less worry about pre-detonation and whatnot with the less compression. So the Gen 3, show you a little difference here. The Gen 3 rods to the Gen 4s. Gen 3s, super thin. They're known to be good around 700 horsepower. People have made 1,000 with them. So super thin. A lot of people bend them. So I'm going the extra mile, but still keeping it budget. eBay Gen 4 6 liter rods. A lot thicker of a rod. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure the Gen 3 is semi-floating rod or semi-floating piston, I think they call it, and this is full floating. I don't think that's correct, but I know it's there are differences there as well. So I'm keeping the Gen 3 crank on it. I'm gonna send the Gen 3 crank and the Gen 4 rods to the machine shop and get it balanced because these are significantly heavier due to the thickness. Some people run it. Me myself, I'm not going to because it's like $350 for peace of mind that I don't have to worry about not balancing anything and go through all the work and time and money and have the thing blow up anyways. Yeah, I got the rest of the parts over there. Well, I'm gonna start up a series on this once the machine shop guy has extra time. Wire wheeled the block, hit it with some spray paint, but we're gonna be cooking some serious boost in this thing. Should be able to take 1,000 horsepower. Am I gonna be able to put that down on the street or on the track? Probably not. Only time will tell. I'm sure I'll get bored of 15, 20 pounds and want to, crank it all the way up to the moon. But yeah, do a little walk around of the block. I mean, little surface rust on there. The WD I sprayed on it's kind of already eaten it away. I just wiped it with a rag. It's pretty much coming off. But your typical Junkyard Gen 3 6 liter. And even the head's cleaned up pretty well. I hit it with the pressure washer. Not bad at all. Ready to throw back on. But I'll do a little closer look here on these rods. A little comparison. You have Gen 4 here and Gen 3. I mean, you can tell right away the difference in that. Rest of the pistons in here. Painted up the oil pan, and then I'll do a trunnion upgrade. Pop these out. The reason being higher RPM. You don't want this to blow apart. It'll be a bunch of little needle bearings will all blow through your motor. You don't want that. That's simple. Valves are all nice. I mean, nothing crazy there. Build on this. So stage 2 turbo cam. I already have that in my 4.8 over there. Say the motor survives this season, survives the track, everything. I plan to use 95% of the parts off of that motor to put on the 6 liter. That's what's so notorious about these LSs. They're a dime a dozen in the junkyard, 4.8, 5.3, 6 liter. Pretty much all the parts are all interchangeable Gen 3. And then you can even take the Gen 4 pistons and put it on a Gen 3 crank. I mean, nobody can argue with the fact that LS is like the best bang for your buck, regardless of who you ask. Mustang guys, whatever, the Coyote guys. So hopefully that motor stays together and I can kind of put the parts in. So we're gonna do stage 2 turbo cam, BTR LS9 multi-layer head gaskets, LS7 lifters and trays, those 317 heads, and we're gonna do, instead of, I have eBay head studs on the 4.8 right now. We are actually gonna do ARP head bolts this time. They're like 150, 180 bucks. When I put the Chinese studs in the 4.8, it was scary. I was coming down with the torque wrench and I was cringing. I don't want to have to deal with that. The bolts should be just fine. 15 pounds of boost, 25 pounds of boost. I mean, I've seen people on YouTube use stock head bolts. So I should be good in that department. I am doing oversized bearings on the bottom end. That's just only because I plan to run a lot more boost. So stock cam bearings, I ain't even look at them. That's the rule of thumb with the LS guys. And basically, I can just take everything from the 4.8, put it on this. I'm going to keep the stock truck intake again, budget friendly. I have a 78 millimeter turbo right now from VS Racing. I think I'm probably going to end up going a little bit bigger for the 6-liter. I kind of want that slower spool time, save the bottom end a little bit, and keep the power up in the high RPMs. So I'm probably going to end up with an 80 millimeter VS Racing. Stick with the VS Racing. Or twin turbos. Put that down in the comments. If you want me to run twins, maybe I'll run twins. But I do like the look of the single turbo. A lot less plumbing, a lot less fabrication, a lot less money. So probably going to stick with single 80 millimeter. This thing should be prime. If I had a lot more extra money, I would build it on the side. That way I can drop it in. But life doesn't go that way.